Not far from here.
We'll make our way there in time. As to whether it will be sooner or later, that is for the Arisen to decide.
We're off to Vernworth Palace, then. Let us make for the palace, that you might investigate Minister Allard's chambers. I'm afraid I cannot escort you beyond the castle entrance, Master. We will have to part ways till you emerge.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
You can count on me to fly to your aid in your hour of need, Master. Knowing when to use curatives is my specialty.
A well-organized pack is my specialty.
I have a modest talent for spotting materials that can be used to... I happen to understand Elvish, Master.
I'll carefully conserve my strength, and endeavor to... If we share our strengths, we can be... There is a room... whispered among pawns that I have oft pondered. The gist of it is, when pawns travel beyond the rift, we can contract a peculiar illness that...
Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocation. If there is aught I may assist you with, forgive me, but I'm afraid... You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, and we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of armed... So regrettably I... Let me see. What else can I... tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Where ought we to begin our search?
I shall heal you at once. Halt, if you please. This might be worth a read.
It couldn't hurt to take a peek. Our road was a long one, but...
You... follow me! Best you move along. Should one of the other guards spy?
I wish the minister would be more careful. He takes the sentinel posted outside his chambers with him everywhere.
Business could be so pressing that I must be summoned at this late hour.
I would not presume to know, my lord. However, it must be a highly sensitive matter for the regent kin to request a private audience.
Or perhaps the boy has finally grown wise to the benefits my favor can bring.
My lord, if someone were to overhear...
Oh, unring your hands, you fool! As if anyone in this palace would dare say a word against me. Now, if Wilhelmina calls, tell her to await me in my chambers. I will return presently.
Surely none more important than this. I speak of the ascension of the sovereign.
Indeed. But that, Your Grace, would be better discussed in the presence of your mother.
Such quietude is a blessing.
Well, well. Yours isn't a face I'm accustomed to seeing around the palace. How did you get in here?
Oi! Who goes there? Who's there?
Tut, tut. Now, this just won't do. How's a lady supposed to work with all these interruptions?
Oh, 'tis you, Lady Wilhelmina.
Mm-hmm. Do excuse us. We thought to enjoy a little fresh air. Though, we had hoped for slightly more privacy, if you catch my meaning.
Apologies, my lady. But might I ask the name of your companion?
Are you sure it would be wise? Such knowledge has been known to cost a man his head.
Understood, my lady. If anyone asks, I shall say I saw naught.
A narrow escape. You should count yourself lucky that he was so easily flustered. Is that all you have to say for yourself? 'Tis sweet of you to mind your manners, but such niceties won't get you far with me. Still, you are welcome to come calling, should the fancy take you, and should you have the gold for it.
Thought the import ever happens here, anyhow. Couldn't hurt to put my feet up on the moon.
I dare say I could forget all.
It seems you've made a discovery regarding the false sovereign.
That Sir Ludolf is a real lecher. Tell is, he keeps a dozen or so mistresses at once. And just the other day, he praised my wife for her beauty. You know what that means, don't you? He wants her for himself. I tried to change the subject, divert his attention elsewhere, but he's not one to back down so easily. He'll find a way to get what he wants, even if it means taking it by force. Vile reprobate.
Mayhap I ought to ask around town. Suppose I best earn my keep.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your magic. I know this sigil well. Let me see. Pray make haste in Omega Clue. Though the politicals, I fear such a part. At any rate, I will investigate these matters only once we have gleaned a frag, and ere it slips my mind.
Queen Regent Dis.
There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. As a true, I have been pursuing. Would your Majesty be willing to venture to... Is there aught else you would speak of? Your Majesty, do not forget that we work to serve...
Tis of dire import we unmask the false sovereign. To that end, we must travel to Vermin's eastern edge. Methinks I know the general destination. Shall I show you the way, Master?
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change.
A forgotten rift stone we've not discovered lies nearby. 'Tis this way, as I recall, from my last sojourn beyond the rift.
Look, Master! Goblins!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Might I interest you in my wares? Much obliged, sir.
I must ask you to refrain from charging off. Teamwork is the crux of our strategy.
Don't be such a worrywart. I know what I'm doing.
As a matter of fact, one master I saw was quite the carefree soul, shunning armor in all its... forms.
Be sure to keep that in mind.
I see you've been drenched. Dry off as soon as you can.
Do you really need my aid? You must try to free yourself.
It is vital you remain level-headed.
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say.
I am attentive and loyal, and
Protect the shipment! Steel yourself! Cut the beams down! Don't let them touch the shipment!
V, how did this happen? We must defend the cargo! They're a tenacious lot.
Tis done.
Not a bad idea.
The Arisen has been torched. Quick, douse the flames!
That was thrilling. I did not know I could feel so alive.
Yes, Master. We are none of us alike in vocation.
It is a tad inconvenient that we can't share equipment.
Let us utilize our individual strengths wherever possible.
I thank you for coming to our aid. That was a tight spot you saved us from. And what luck! Nary a scratch on the wares to show for it.
Just yonder looks to be a good spot for harvesting ingredients.
We could pick some now and use them when the need arises.
enraged our foe.
The reckless opponent makes for easy prey.
Well done.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
No doubt, this triumph will spur us into the next.
You there! Are you looking to enter the village? You best go elsewhere, friend. Well, there's no business to be had here.
I don't know about you, Master, but word of a curious village does more to spark my interest than deter it.
Fancy a look at my wares?
Hail! How'd he know to expect you? I couldn't. Why not ask him yourself? You'll find.
This isn't the way to our destination. But I presume you've a new one.
Greetings. I must say I'm impressed by your intuition, sir. I trust you are enjoying your... If you have any questions, ask away. If aught about what is here that to begin with, of course, which is to say, is there aught else you care to ask? If aught about our humble village, what is here that thieves are instructed to begin with, of course, you are, which is to say, is there aught else you care to ask? You're curious? Well, naturally. You're the second. In response, she... Oops. Don't misunderstand. Those who deal in information must ne'er... Is there aught else you care to offer? I've lived in this village. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then. Is there aught else you care to ask? Aye. Take care, then.
Do you know how long you'll be? I
You made it after all.
Dear me.
You didn't disappoint, did you? Figures you'd want to know. We're supposed to be new, but I suppose I can his real name is Dogma, but he's been exiled. We had no choice, see? We're men and women of shadow. That's why he was cast out. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Anyway, we send them back. We only train the rare few. That all you wanted to ask? For all this, but he failed. So the title fell to me. That's when he went off, saying, and what a still. You'd have, but we can't have me things. He needs something to remind. That all you wanted to ask? What can I say? Anyway, we send them back. We only train. That all you wanted to ask? Till next time.
I wasn't worried for a moment. Wherever you go, we pawns will always find you, Arisen.
Do take care not to stray so far next time.
Well met, sir. How might I be of service? Well met, sir. How much? Might I be of service? Always a pleasure.
Ah, you must be the visitor. You would know of our visitor or else I can help you with, sir? Arthur. At least, no one by that name, Dara. In fact, if e'er you should meet as you like.
This, of course. Nothing's free in this world. Glad to be of service, sir.
This is an outrage!
Fancy a look at my wares?
We have found a material.
Different combinations of materials result in different creations.
Is this a challenge, Arisen? To see who can keep pace?
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are less fleet of foot. Allow me... to alter our route, Master. By my calculations, this one will prove shorter. Follow me, Master. Our next task awaits. 'Twould be most efficient to make for our nearest destination first. Trevo Mine is but a stone's throw from here.
Get back here.
Be ready. Our foes are armed. We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness.
Where do you think you're going, eh?
Come on! Don't drag this out! Come on!
We will need for a concise
Time spent camping isn't necessarily time wasted.
I grant your weapon a magical boon. Efficiency at its best.
Would that we might always be so in step, eh?
Methinks this can only be destroyed from the other side.
Forgive me if I do not jump for joy.
I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
My curative magics are at your disposal. Halt if you please.
I'm in fine prep.
Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
Take the power of ice and turn it against our foes. A fine place to harvest some ingredients.
I say we collect as much as we can carry.
Now, what might that be?
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Goblins, Master! A common reward. Frustratingly so. We trounced our foe well and true. Overconfidence is an enemy in and of itself. Let us instead strive to better ourselves with every battle. We're unlikely to find any warm hearths down here.
We best be prepared to make our own light before we proceed.
I am well aware of the particulars. Battle is to be avoided, I take it, Arisen.
Little does our foe realize how narrowly they escaped death's touch.
Right you are.
A meager challenge if I ever saw one. This will be over in moments.
Indeed, you are correct. Prepare yourself. This is my first time clapping eyes on such an item. I expect my own master has yet to even discover it. Ice's sting is yours to wield. We've got goblins! I must confess, naught rattles me quite so much as the unexpected snuffing of my lantern light.
I dare say that's part and parcel of the adventurer's trade.
to fight, give us a hand. Right, lend us your aid.
We're in your debt.
Scatter the goblins!
Where are we off to next?
Where to next? I suppose the location nearest here would be a good place to start. We were to make for Harve Village, as I recall. It's not far from here.
You've a strong... It was a simple... I don't know where we'd be if you...
Be on your guard. There are innumerable corners where an enemy might conceal themselves here.
Keep your voice low, lest my heart leap from my throat.
Out of the cave at last.
The air beneath the earth is stifling, to be sure.
True enough.
You're a welcome sight, Arisen. As ever, I'm yours to command.
Really now, what are you doing?
Forgive me, I could not help but laugh.
This looks as if 'twould fetch a hefty sum. Whether or not we make the sale is for the Arisen to decide. Have you a different destination in mind, Master? Very well. I shall follow your lead instead.
Perhaps the Arisen has recalled some more pressing business. Fret not. I'm sure we'll come back to this, eventually.
We ought to keep watch, lest we be set upon from behind.
I suppose we'll be wanting to report back now. Would you care to behold a forgotten rift stone, as yet undiscovered in this world? Then follow me. It isn't far.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go, then.
Feeling rested, I trust?
This one is armored. We must strike where its flesh is bared. It seems we have embraced our foe.
Reckless opponent. They freeze his brain.
By your leave.
That wasn't the homecoming I envisioned. I knew the village would be in a bad way.
Might we not complete our delivery while we're here?
Perhaps once we've concluded this bit of business, we might allow ourselves a moment's rest.
Indeed, you are correct.
Interested in
There's a ladder here.
After you, Arisen.
Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of those plundered weapons? Oh, most excellent. However... Good tidings, sir. How fares your retrieval of... You may now change... What's more, I...
Not bad, all things considered.
A job well done.
I hadn't expected...
Well, you will soon forget the fatigue of a long journey when treated... to the foremost hospital. Much obliged.
Over here, if you would.
Well met, sir. I thought so. That girl's... Now listen, 'tisn't... What?
Huh. This looks like trouble. Huh. This looks like trouble.
My. I'm trapped like a rat in a cage. What? Let's just... I was to report on your comings and going, but So, how about it, friend? Will you let me go? I've no reason to trouble you any further. Understandable. Still, no harm in asking, was...
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Welcome and well met. Don't think I've forgotten your discount now. I'll not do come again.
Gather round. Treat your ears to a tale by
Mayhap I ought to ask around town.
We're in the right place, but the one we're due to meet has yet to show. Ought we to wait for them?
At last. 'Tis a good thing we waited.
Very well, if I must.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to tidings of your good deeds, it was you. I have instructed the soldiers who were tasked to seem their cargo. As such, I believe there is but one locale you have yet to visit. There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to have you divined aught of the false sovereign you met? This appears to be a but hold a moment. But a clever plan. Furthermore, and all the while, a clever ploy. I've no doubt that this... There is much we ought to tend to. If, masquerades... Much is made of a... Is there aught else you would speak of, Your Majesty? Do not forget that we work...